Hey, I got some good stories for you today. These are a little interesting. They're basically from awkward dates to the altar I do. Kind of a big transition, huh?
Yes.
Well, you're going to hear all about it up next.
Welcome to the Kiss the Frog Show.
Hey everyone, welcome to Kiss the Frogs.
It's your girl, Shirak.
And I'm Ed, and this is for
Entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. I'm like so
Own
excited.
Sage. We were reading the show. If you were with us last week, we were reading a story about Sage. That's why she said Sage. Anyhow.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is helpful entertainment, which means it's entertaining. We tell about these dating experiences, but we're hoping you guys learn anything if you're in a dating world. If not, then it's just kind of fun entertainment.
Right. And you can also like pass this on to someone because everybody knows someone that's dating or trying to find the love of their life.
And today we are going to talk about, as we mentioned, oops, wrong thing. That's right. Is from awkward to I do.
Ooh.
So that's it's kind of
nice.
It's gonna be an interesting story. And the first story, is gonna be called The Coffee Catastrophe That Brewed Love. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, are you guys ready? Sit back, get your own cup of coffee or whatever you drink, and we're going to get into a story right now. Once upon a time, well, in 2016 to be exact, two over-caffeinated strangers named Laura and Ben matched on a dating app. According to the dating app data, about 32% of couples who meet online choose coffee for their first date, and this duo fit that statistic like perfectly. Laura picked a cute, artsy coffee shop known for its moody lighting and intellectual latte foam art. That's cool. Ben, trying to be suave, wore his lucky bottom up, the same one he worn on a wedding 2 years ago, and hadn't ironed it since. That's kind of weird. You have this button-up shirt or button-up that you haven't worn in a couple of years and you haven't ironed it? Okay, whatever. That's kind of... The date started strong. They were laughing, vibing over their shared love for bad puns, and Ben even told her he made spreadsheets for fun. A bold risk that surprisingly intrigued her instead of scaring her off. Then came the coffee catastrophe. As Laura leaned in to say something witty, Ben gestured enthusiastically, a bit too much, and launched his cappuccino across the table. A foamy splash hit Laura's white sweater, oh my God, dead center, right where her heart was. For a moment, time froze. Everyone in the cafe gasped. Ben's face turned the exact color of red velvet cupcake. Laura looked down, then up, then burst out laughing. Guess that's one way to market territory, she teased. That broke the tension. He grabbed napkins. She made jokes about smelling like Starbucks, and within 10 minutes, they were laughing so hard that other customers started smiling too. The coffee mishap ended up cementing their connection, literally and emotionally. They went on more dates, found out they both loved hiking, hated horror movies, and had the same favorite ice cream flavor, mint chip. Statistically rare at just 11% of adults, I guess, like mint chip. 3 years later, Ben proposed, and guess where? The same coffee shop, same table.
So sweet.
He even placed the engagement ring in an empty coffee cup. She triple-checked this time before sipping. They married in 2020, and at their wedding, their Batista from the fateful day attended as a guest. Their wedding favors? Mini coffee bags labeled "Love Brewed Here." Moral of the story, sometimes a little caffeine and chaos is all you need to fall in love. Oh,
that is
isn't that cute? So, see, this time around, we didn't do always a real bad show. Stories and shows on bad stuff. This was like a good one, guys, right?
Yeah. That was awesome.
So, that was a good one. So,
and I just like the way how because that was coffee. You know, coffee is hot.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm thinking about what I would have jumped up and be like, "You a moron!"
And
Yeah,
it's a white sweater.
but I
Yeah. That's a reaction that everybody in the freaking cafe was probably like, what the heck?
mean, and you know when you wear white, I mean that shit went in the garbage anyway.
No. So that was really good. And, it goes not against, but goes towards what we said about like in other stories that the people got to be into the right thing. Like, for example, if somebody wasn't a coffee person or somebody didn't have a similar human, they would have never clicked. It's almost like this catastrophe forced more of their personality out that was key. Because if that didn't happen, who knows? Maybe they would have been like, I don't know if he's completely like me. And sometimes those second dates don't happen. Because, Chirac, what happens sometimes, and I know it's happened to me, it may or may not have happened to you, but somebody can be going on dates with 2 or 3 people at the same time. And they may say, oh, that date went well. I want a second date with either one. And then eventually kind of weeds out. But sometimes it may not weed out to the right person. So maybe this catastrophe was enough to like, that, hey, this person, we vibed here.
Yeah. I like that ending. I really do. And I just like the way how she just took it and scribed. It's like, okay, accidents happen.
Yeah.
And she brought out her personality and he like fell in love with that. It's like, wow. She's the one.
And I think him as well, like having those connections and was like realized it. Like some guys, when they get embarrassed like that, they actually get angry because they are embarrassed, and he didn't do it. He kept his cool. He went with the flow. And because of her reaction, he vibed with it. So really, really cool story. So I'm hoping story 2 also has a good ending. I'm assuming it does because since it goes catastrophe 2, I do. But let's see how this one's cute as well. Story number 2, the accidental +1 that turned into life +1. Okay. So let me just click on this. Okay, here we go. Again, it's called the accidental +1 that turned into a lifetime +1. I see it got cut off on top, but that's what the story is. Back in 2014, a woman named Jasmine was supposed to go to her friend's wedding, a destination wedding in Cancun. Sounds good. She recently gone through a breakup and was dreading the whole romantic getaway vibe. But her ticket was non-refundable, so she decided to go anyway, as her own +1. Meanwhile, across the friend circle, David was also attending the same wedding, but his date bailed last minute too. Both were flying solo, both mildly grumpy about it, and both seated at the same table. According to real wedding guest data, 1 in 7 people have met a future partner at someone else's wedding, and this was one of those statistics Jasmine noticed David first. Not because of his charm, but because he accidentally dropped an entire dinner roll into his champagne flute. She tried to hold in her laughter, but he looked up and said, "I'm just giving it a bath." She snorted out loud, ice officially broken. See, sometimes you just need that thing, that one thing.
Yeah.
They danced, they laughed, they both got way too competitive at the photo booth. And when the DJ played Shut Up and Dance, they did exactly that. And then didn't stop talking for the rest of the night. By the end of the weekend, they'd gone swimming, shared margaritas, and spent hours under the stars talking about everything from childhood dreams to bad exes. When the trip ended, they both felt like they were leaving something more than just a wedding behind. They kept in touch. A week later, David sent her a message that read, "If I accidentally dropped another dinner roll, will you help me rescue it?" And just like that, their first official date was set. They fell in love. Within a year, they were inseparable, traveling together, binge watching The Office, and finishing each other's terrible puns. 2 years later, David proposed. You guessed it, another wedding where Jasmine thought they were just guests. When the officiant called a special couple to the dance floor, she was shocked to see David holding a ring. He got down on one knee and said, "Will you marry my permanent plus one?" Everyone cried. She said yes. Now, almost a decade later, they're happily married with a dog named Raleigh. Yes, named after the dinner roll incident. They even started a travel blog about attending weddings, fittingly called Forever Plus One. I think that's very clever. Moral of the story is sometimes love shows up when you're just trying to survive the buffet line.
That is true.
That is really nicely written and very, very, very cute.
And
romantic and a great story. And I think this is a good one as you guys have been watching along. This is a great one to stick in there between all the rough ones we've had. So, go first, Shirok. Here,
yeah,
I'll
I think
put you in.
just this one here.
Yeah, go. Yeah, just this one.
Yeah, I think this was definitely, it kept their mind off of things. I think this was just a great ending. Of course, that's the main goal, right? Is to find the love of your life, and definitely staying married and happy with kids and dogs and stuff. That's like the American dream, I guess. For some people, I'm not gonna say everyone, because some people love being single.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I love this one, the way that they wasn't even expecting it. This is not a dating app, so you gotta remember, it's just not these apps that it's best to find someone in person as well. So this is giving us courage and ambition that people don't even need the app. Go to a lot of weddings.
You go to a yeah. Yeah, she was probably like,
Do you actually find me funny, or are you just trying to sleep with me?
Exactly. But, I'm sure that crossed her mind a little bit too, because let's face it, you're bored, whatever. That broke. Because when you go to a table at a wedding, I'm sure you guys know, if you've ever been there and you're in the part of the singles table, you don't really know anybody. You try to be polite, but you're kind of, and it doesn't even have to be a singles table. It could be any table. You're kind of, so that breaking the ice is huge, because then you have finally somebody you can talk to. And if you're single and there's somebody of the opposite sex that you're even could be remotely interested in it makes the night a little more interesting. I'm surprised in the story they didn't like exchange numbers, or at least didn't go into the detail, because I would think, I guess they did because he reached out with a text, but I would have thought they would have made like a date when I got back. So I was surprised it took a little bit there. But maybe there's a little hesitancy. But it seems like they spent a lot of time together.
But I think that's good too. You don't want to rush. So maybe he had to maybe get rid of those other ones and block them.
Oh, that's true. Because he supposedly was supposed to go for another date.
Exactly.
And he might have talked about that. He might have said, "I was supposed to go with somebody," so maybe he needed to clear the slate.
To clear that. And
that's
I think
a great observation.
Yep. And I think that was great. He did that and took his time.
Yeah, that sounds like about right. That would make more sense. So, I thought it was a great story, and I guess that happens, and it's cool to, I think we've all been there like, oh, why do I have to go to this event, or why do I have to go here, and it turns out to be a lot of fun, and I think this gives hope to people, because a lot of folks out there, they do dating apps, but you could still meet people, just in everyday events. Oh, we should give everybody a little tip. One thing is, what you can do is, if you're not a dating app person, which I understand, we'll do a live stream on that at some point in terms of talking about these dating apps and things like that. But if you don't like that, an alternative, and people say, do things that you like, go to events, there's also something called meetups where you can go. Yeah, now, it doesn't work for everybody because it's not all age groups and stuff, but they have hiking ones and movie ones, and you can go, and even though some of these are not specifically single, they can be single, but if they're not, you'd be surprised. Just get out and do things. Do things that you enjoy, and find someone else that you likes to enjoy what you like to do, whether it be golf or tennis or whatever. And that's just a little side note. But Shirok, I want you to give your final thoughts here.
On both of these?
On both of these.
Yeah, so we are leaving this with a nice, inspirational, like there is hope out there for those that are in the dating world and trying to find it. And it's hard, and I'm not going to say it's not. You might go through, who knows, 10, 15, 20, 30, could be 40. But, just stay strong and stay out there and stay focused of what you want.
Absolutely. I thought this was a great break. I thought it was very cute. It gives inspiration to have people meet, like, quote unquote, the old fashioned way, I guess, if you want to say it this way. And yeah, I enjoyed them. And it's good for us to do these videos in addition to some of these that are a little more, I guess, didn't go as well. But I want to thank you guys all for watching.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate it. We started Kiss the Frogs actually years ago on cable access, and we took a break from
2021.
it. Yeah, I took a break 2021, 2022,
22.
and we took a break from it. Now we're back in 2026, starting this off again. It's going to get a little more momentum going, but we
Man, it's
appreciate
been
you
that
watching.
long, 23, 23, 24.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Wow,
But
time
thank
is
you
going
guys,
by.
and hanging in there. I want to hear your story. Go to
Yes.
kissthefrogs.com, click on share your story. Again, we have to remind everybody we do not read stories that are considered like vindictive. Like if you want to get back your ex, you figure to do a story and then you can tell how bad this person. We're not doing stuff like that. We just want to hear like some fun, interesting stories, things that could be
Exactly.
helpful. We don't mind even love stories. But go on there. You can indicate what kind of story it is and type it all out or paste it in there, and then we can
Copy-paste.
read it on a future show.
Exactly. That'd be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, thank you. Until next time on
Kiss the Frogs.
Hope to see you next time on Kiss the Frogs.